Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade.
Alright.
It is the last
Oh,
link
hold on,
I
I need
have to the land of
turn
my
off
birth.
my... Sorry, my volume was all the way up on my phone. I forgot to take my computer out so I could play the live stream. I don't feel like using that time to do it. So I put it on my phone. But now I have nothing to prop my phone up. Maybe I should get... Hold on. I'm just gonna get my Switch so I can have it propped up. Be right back.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
I ended up having like my Switch on last night. Oh my gosh, my eye. Girl turns out to be almost dead. So I have to put her on my charger. I mean, I already did. And then I went to go, turn on my other Switch. My older one. And she wouldn't turn on, so I'm assuming she's dead. I just don't want to wait for my laptop to boot up. That's not history. I mean, I do want my history. Alright, there she is.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade.
Oh, hold on.
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Okay. It's time for me to settle in, get on my blanket, and I'm finally home. I don't know. I think their internet may have gotten worse down there because I tried, using my Snapchat, and my Snapchats wouldn't work when I was down where I was pet sitting. Like, they wouldn't load unless, I left their house. So I don't know if their internet got worse or not. I don't know. But what happened was I didn't get to play Genshin for like 2 weeks. Mainly because I was mostly writing when I was down there. Okay. Hi, princess. So I focused all my attention on writing. Which today's the last day to hit 50,000 words, and I think I'm at 48,000 or 47. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh gosh, give me a second. Alright, sorry. Forgot it was like having allergies. And like even though I was pet sitting, the pets I deal with are all outside. Anyway, I did open up this area because, obviously I want to see the map, but I didn't do much exploring. So, we're gonna continue with the quest. Look at this scenery. I think, where's it? Oh, yeah, you can see the Jade Chamber right there. And where is... I don't know where the, Oh, there's the desert. Okay. Alright. We're going to... Oh. And because I really didn't get to play Genshin, I did not get Venti or Focalor. I did try pulling, but
and I know
I didn't get them. I mean, I think in the video, like my last live stream, you saw me try to pull for Venti, and I did get a 5-star, but I lost it to Mona, which is, I guess, fine, because I play with Mona anyway. What else? Who's seasonal for Kaya? Is it his birthday? Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Da, 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 da. Hey! Oh my gosh! That unlocked a memory. That happy birthday song used to be like sung at this one restaurant that we used to have. It's called Ryan's, and it wasn't. I don't think it was a franchise. Hold on, let me look. It was always there as a kid, and then one day they were gone. Ryan's, and then it became another restaurant, and we never went to it. Ryan's restaurant. Hold on. Yeah, oh my god. It was called Ryan's Family Steakhouse. That's what Yelp is saying. Filthy, disorganized, and then the food was terrible, along with our poor food selections. That was written 12 years ago. Anyway, but it says the Yelpers report this location has closed. That sucks. I would like to have seen, like, photos of it. So I guess it was, like, I mean, it says Ryan's Family Steakhouse. I guess it was, like, family-owned. Which sucks because, like, I remember... Well, I mean, this was all as a kid, so, like, I could be wrong. But I remember it being, like, great steak, and I loved their, what was it? The bread. I'm a slut for bread. Alright, we're going to... Oh, yeah, we're doing main quest. Because child can't freaking... Yeah, we'll go with that. Romeo? I mean, Loki? Girly Pop, you should not be eating that food anyway. You already ate your food. Yes, Romeo. Oh, I have 2 cats on my lap right now. Jesus Christ. I know you guys miss me and love me, and I love you. Haven't you heard of space? No. Jokes. Jokes.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two,
yeah,
but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegeween?
Hi, by the way. Hello. Yeah,
I wanted to check up on Miss Claran. How
Part,
are
you
you
know,
feeling?
steak, part of the cow. It was really good. I missed it.
Mostly fine, I think.
Oh, I'm gonna
If you don't mind, I'd
I
like to
was
perform
supposed to
another quick
buy
physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
a new headset this
All
Black
right.
Friday / Cyber Monday.
Thank you for looking
but,
out for me.
I kind of forgot to do that.
I'll take my leave for now then.
I mean, technically it's still on sale, but
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
oh no, she's back to her regular price.
Of course. But I'm not partial to the word choice
Cause like
of
she was like
explain.
$80 something,
How
and
about
then after the sale it
enlighten?
went to 96, and now it's back to 119.
Where
should've
should
bought
I
it.
begin?
Oh,
How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
yeah. Did you?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their
Still work? How
specific
old
goals,
has it? Right. Oh,
I only figured
yeah.
those out as you made
My
progress
headset
on your
still
investigation.
works for the most part. I'll say
managed
it.
to
There's been
monitor and
moments
stay ahead
that
of
I've
them,
noticed
even though you
one
didn't know what
side
they were trying to
won't
do?
work.
They came
If the
here with
cord is in
ulterior
a
motives.
specific
I'm quite adept at discerning
position.
what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially,
And,
I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance.
But no, my headset's not that
Lenny
old. I mean,
suggested that I
granted, this
had
headset was
deliberately
supposed to be
let him escape.
temporary.
But in
I
truth,
think.
I didn't really do anything special
Oh,
to
this
help or
headset is
hinder
a
him
year
while he was
old, I
here.
think.
Everything he did,
Maybe
from
more?
finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
No, I think it's a.
Of course,
a year
it's
old.
inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained
I
disappearance.
don't know. I think it's as old.
I'm also
I
quite
want to say
curious
it's as
about
old
where
as I
that
started
Harbinger
streaming
went.
Genshin Impact.
So I figured I might as well let the
Maybe.
Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
When did I
you were
stream?
hoping Lenny's group would just do your work
Oh, I started
for
streaming
you.
in the springtime. Because I was thinking
make
that
it
I
sound
started
like that's a
playing
bad thing.
Genshin Impact.
Unfortunately,
In the
things didn't go as
fall?
planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already.
And then
the
I
ratio
ended
of
up
primordial
buying these
seawater around the
headphones
fortress of Meripede is on the rise.
during
The
Black
Forbidden Zone has
Friday.
always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after
And it
running
was
into
just
him.
supposed to be a
I
temporary
began to intervene out
headset.
of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former
Sorry,
criminal?
Genshin equals 2 years more. Yeah.
And why would you put it like that?
When did I really
Isn't
start
staying
playing
here all
Genshin?
day
So as I
and
said, I
serving
played
as the
it in
manager
the
of
fall.
the fortress a kind of
I
sentence
mean, I
unto
started
itself?
in the fall,
Another form
and
of
then
prison?
I stopped
I
playing
just
it.
happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates.
I don't know
That's all.
why. Maybe I guess
right.
I thought it
I
all
would like
looks
to ask,
confusing, and I'm like, there's so many things
invited
happening.
Clem down here?
And then I decided to re-pick it up
Me, of
again
course.
during the
I
spring.
paid her good mora to come down to the
And that's when
fortress
I
for some
started
field
streaming.
work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find
so
an
pretty.
exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
Princess.
And saving
When did I start
Fremine was
playing?
part of that
I'm
crisis?
gonna look it up.
You can think of it like that,
Live
yes.
streams. That's
Credit
what
where
it is.
credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
Streamed a year ago. Hold on. So I think it's gonna be 2 years. I was streaming Genshin Impact this spring. April 23. Yep.
That's not something you
So
should
once
be
April
asking
rolls
after.
around, I've been streaming Genshin for
Neverlet
2
only
years.
asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden
Oh
Zone
my
had
goodness,
nothing to do with the
Loki,
Harbinger's
you're
disappearance.
so cute.
That should be clear now
But
that
we're
you've spoken
trying
to
to
Fremine.
keep you slim, so I'm taking that away
We've
from you.
already uncovered that there's something wrong with the
'Cause,
infirmary.
A,
And we've answered a bunch of questions that you
Because
threw
like
at
I
us.
can't have her
Isn't
also
it
having
about time that you
diabetes.
answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case.
Like homegirl's already eating fancy
Do you
food
really
for her
want to know the answer
kidneys.
that badly?
Like
Paimon really
prescription
wants to know.
vet food
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
that she has to be on for the rest of her life. Oh,
Follow
sorry,
me.
I have not been. Oh, I mean when you talk in that tone. Where did he go? Ha! That's so weird seeing the Geo God amongst, like, very clearly. Is there water up there? No? Sea stuff. Like the scales on the chair. I mean, those are dogs, so. Not C. Anyway, it's giving dank. Where are you at? Morax on Office Facebook. King DD from Kirby. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was never
There's a hidden door here?
a Mario
basement behind
Kirby type fan. More like
You're
King
pretty good at
DD.
hiding, surprisingly.
LOL.
It seems you've forgotten
So
just
funny.
what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
But yeah, never. I mean, my friend was a Kirby fan. Like, she loved playing as Kirby in that fighting game. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting what it's called. I just want to see Child. Where's my husband?
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is
I'm
there
talking
a
for
secret
me and Geo Daddy.
mechanism or- Whoa!
Hey, what you clawing on, boy? Sorry, I thought I heard my cat clawing. Super Smash Bros. Or Super Smash? Hold on. Your comic. Hold on.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone?
When you-
Honestly, for
I'm
a
gonna
place so well
beat
hidden,
y'all
Paimon
ass.
sure doesn't see anything special.
Oh, Super Smash Flash. Super Smash Bros. I didn't know there was
What a
another.
huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total.
Though I have
Generally
been
speaking,
spoiled
I'm the only one
already
who's allowed to go
because
inside,
everyone keeps posting
hence the
edits of
name
Genshin Impact.
Forbidden Zone.
I do know
Am I
Full
correct to assume
Sword
you're going to
gets
run on back and
accused
tell your little Fatui friends everything?
of something.
Well,
And
Paimon
I've
wasn't thinking of keeping
seen
anything from them.
her outfit.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for
Well, I
yourself
guess when
before
she's in
deciding whether or
containment?
not to tell them.
Does homie really die? I mean, don't answer that. But I think that was her sentence, was execution, which makes sense because this is inspired by France and, you know,
So
off
there's
with
a
their heads
switch
and all
on
that
the side.
jazz with the
Stand
royalty. Oh, okay. Running can switch in between outfits. I know she can if you have her, because I saw the
Whoa!
the
They all
gameplay
just
for
went
her.
up one by one.
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
That's suspicious. Wait. Oh. I have also been spoiled for this area, I think. Like, Wesley. He was running through here and he slid underneath one of these. Anyway. I'm excited to get to the action. Let's go! I remember when I was all caught up with the Archon quest, and now I'm not. Nave and the new pyro characters are coming out soon. I'm gonna be mad if we don't get a new.
I've been
team
interested in
route.
what lies beyond that gate
We
ever
should.
since I assumed
Don't we
leadership of the
usually
Fortress
always
of
get
Meripede.
one with each country?
Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it. But it'd
I
also
thought-
be risky and negligent to simply ignore
I
any
don't know, I
potential
never paid
danger
attention
that
to my
could be behind
teapot.
it.
The only thing I
readings
know
on
about
that
teapots is
dashboard
by
have
going
not
to yours.
budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
I guess the water pressure.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on,
I
a
didn't
few more
mean
possibilities
plain
occurred
water.
to me, such as a potential connection with the
Okay.
primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
Under the
And
sea.
that is precisely the
Under
problem.
the sea.
We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
But do you know how actually smart that is. I'm saying because, I mean, obviously they're under the sea. It would be hard to escape. But obviously Fermine learned how to find a way out to swim. If anyone can find a way out, someone will find a way out. But if you add Primordial Sea into the outside part, obviously anyone that's from this country that tries to escape, they're gonna bloop. Bloop. Yeah, he is.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the Primordial Sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak.
I'm guessing Nervalette wouldn't be affected by it, because I'm assuming he would probably
Seems like you've
be
figured it out.
creative from the Primordial
I believe
Sea.
the Primordial Sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the Primordial Sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all Fontaine will fall with it. Sorry, I forgot I
what the
put myself
legends
on
say.
mute.
If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The
So
Hydro
we need to
Archon
find a
continued to lend
diary
their
of some
support,
sort.
allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger.
I mean, that's what I would do. Is try to
Before
find a
long,
diary
this
of
dark
the.
underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past.
Hi, princess.
After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed.
Look at that little head.
That's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in
To
prophecies?
be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Meripin, Just what do you plan to do about
Let's
it?
go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
It's a good thing we won't be affected by it, I think. It just made us closer to the god.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone. Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What?
He's so pretty.
After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The
Are you
results
questioning
speak
your
for
boss?
themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Okay, wow.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers
wonder how
from the
he got his
Fontaine
scar.
Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Ed who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
I'm like,
Edwin's
sorry,
main
it's
areas
been
of
a minute
research
since
were Archeum
I
and
played a
gravimeters.
Fontaine quest.
As his assistant, Jurier is
Look
quite
at
familiar
you,
with
you're
them
so
as well.
Cute, Miss Princess.
I hired him to be my
Oh.
technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That
he's so-
taskmaster
wow.
over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants.
Looking
While
snatched.
Jurier used to be
Oof.
Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
And he's
Ooh,
wearing
are they
thigh
together?
highs. Oh my god.
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Ooh, enemies to
Jeez.
lovers.
Forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Look at that little booty.
Whoa! There's another door that goes
It's
right
such a
out.
little cat.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Well, I don't know if you've been out of the fortress in a while,
Everybody thinks everything's super cool.
but this is pretty futuristic, my bro.
Well, let's spice it up a bit.
Oh
And here
god.
you go.
Stop it. Oh, what is it? This is the outside of it?
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much at all.
Yeah, zero
Well, then
zilch.
maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
It reminds me of this one
Where
movie.
there's
Hold
water,
on.
there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Okay, so that looks like basically a city on a ship, or a ship that's a city. And it reminds me of this one older movie, I think it was older, where Earth was uninhabitable, basically. I mean, they could live and breathe, but people split up into societies that were moving cities. Like, there were cities that moved across, land. Like wheels and everything. And, you would die if you, found yourself outside the city once it started moving in the daytime. What
Do
is
you
that movie
believe that
called?
too?
And obviously there's
To
that
a
one
point, I think.
older movie with the
As
water.
you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of
taking up
labor,
all the
materials,
earth
and
and
technology at my disposal.
People lived on
Certainly
floating
can't hurt to
towns.
give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also
And the man
began
had
this
webbed
project.
hands and feet
Were you inspired
because
by the
like his
legendary
people
Fortuna?
adapted.
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
What is that one called? This is a plane for the ages. Can't you share your plane with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call.
I
Alright,
wouldn't
that's
make it
enough
that call
talking for
either.
now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions now will decide the next steps Lenny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Lenny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive
We'll
conflicts
put a
right
lot
now.
of thought into it for sure.
Great.
Yeah, we will. But it
I
won't
look
affect
forward to what
anything.
happens next.
None of our decisions affects anything. I mean, like, the you know, the player. Hey, boss.
Welcome back.
Oh
Do you
my
want a cup of
goodness.
tea?
Sorry, they're
You be
so
so
pretty.
much like Risley, always drinking tea.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculation?
Jesus Christ. This is like the only thing I don't like about Genshin is this doing the answers. Oh my goodness. And Lenny sounds a lot more like his old self. Feeling better now, Lenny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody
Aw.
else is around, and Miss Sijwin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right,
Are you
then
sure
I'll
she's not
posit
hiding
my
behind the
theories.
pillar?
I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meripede.
Is he joking? That wasn't obvious when homie went into the water while still at the fortress of Meripede, and then got affected. That's not a theory, that's a fact!
Whoa, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly,
Oh my
Risley's
God.
attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart!
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Oh.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you.
Yeah, so keep that in mind in the future.
If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
Though
you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Did we just get adopted?
You have my gratitude.
Aww.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. We can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Actual food, not the monster food. They look so pretty. Okay, where are we going? Is Mona the primordial sea? Wait, so like... Hold on. Homegirl, obviously... Like, is she invisible and running? Or does she just turn into water... and race across the ground? If I was just letting the feelings out. Oh, okay. Well, if it helps... I'm glad you're doing that. Wait. I can just go down there. Sorry, clearing my voice. Top of my voice. Boop.
Yeah. It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Hopefully we'll actually get good
Let's go
food.
pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Oh gosh, she's here.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
Not to serve it?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Oh.
You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
I love her outfit.
What would you like to eat?
Normal food?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
They don't like the tasty stuff you have to offer. They don't like the biggest portion you have to offer. Tastier, because I could get the biggest portion and not like the meal and not eat it.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
Also bring some drinks over to you. They taste a little strange. Okay.
So delicious.
Amazing. Free dinners are the absolute best.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second. We
What?
did do plenty of work after all.
Paimon,
Feeling
you're a
full now?
freeloader all the time.
How's the food? Delicious.
Exquisite, thank you. Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super...
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijween, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings.
But why
I
are
must
you
know what you're thinking
human
if I want to
looking?
take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well? Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
Oh, yeah.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader.
You mean the king?
I
King
really
of the
wish
North.
Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
But that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nervula outside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Nervula's pretty old. I mean, I know he's young in dragon years, but like, I think he's older than... Well, obviously older than Focalor. But I thought he was like older than the Archons. Hi.
Glorand!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh my god, I love her voice.
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremonade too. You sure worked
I'm surprised
super
this
fast.
is...
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't
voice
know even champion
over.
duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijwin and the Duke?
Hold on.
Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sijwin was with you.
I went
And
to
the
go
Duke
like
has
scratch
business
my
of his
ear,
own.
my whole headset fell off.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past, yes.
I'ma eat.
You seem to
Do
be
it!
enjoying
What are you
yourselves.
eating? It's all thanks to Nervula. This is technically a work trip for us too. Ooh, did
Things
you
will be
ever
getting
eat a
messy at the
burrito?
fortress
Wait, was
soon.
that what we discussed about?
Don't run around unnecessarily.
I think it was, yeah, a burrito. Oh, I could eat a burrito right now. We're zooming across the platforms. Wow, she's so fast. Miss Princess. Let me out! Okay. Alright. Don't mind me, just this water sprite. No. I gotta make sure my wallet is ready for Archie. Hold on.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally
I cannot
relaxed.
type.
Paimon's super sleepy.
Is that a
Are you
character?
sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Leave. Oh wait, she's gonna be playable? Wow, she really immediately fell asleep. Delicious. I didn't know she was gonna be playable.
For free.
Good night. That would make her the second harbinger that we could play. No, third. Yeah, pretty sure a leak about it got released somewhere. I mean, sort of makes sense.
Something must have happened. Stop asking.
What?
Who's yelling?
Yeah, it would make her the third harbinger that we could play. First was child. Then it was a wanderer. Paimon, wake up. We need to go out and see what's going on. You know, I'm surprised they didn't release a skin for Scaramouche's like original outfit, so we could like put it on him.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
Look at those cheeks.
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Is water coming through?
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
If you see people running, you run with them.
There you are.
Oh, thank goodness.
What? Is that gunfire?
We're still in Lavaroon. Do you know where?
Sorry, I'm getting triggered. As an American.
We came here especially to inform you.
If you hear gunfire, you run. If you see people running, you run.
He's telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
RC Sater understands because you're from the US, right? Yeah, I think so. But to the other two people who are watching this, Fluffy. Yeah, if you see people running, you run. If you hear gunshots, Georgia. Oh, you're from Georgia? Wow, the South. Sorry, that sounded like I was disgusted by that. I've been to Georgia once. It wasn't bad. I just remember it being pretty humid, I think. I don't know. I'm from good old Missouri. Misery. Well, I lived there. I was from California. Oh. I mean, I guess maybe it'd be cheaper to live in Georgia, but why would you leave California for a southern state?
Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and
Unless
you
it
don't
was
have many friends,
because of family.
You might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Aww.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey,
oh, he's
shut
so
up.
sweet. Okay, but guys, we're hearing gunshots right now. Because it cost most of the people there, yeah.
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said his grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, isn't that the gate at the very bottom? But we are hearing gunshots.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
Thank you.
We have to go find
Traveler.
You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Aw, that's adorable.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards
Why do we go to his office? He would not be here. Oh, I forgot. Right, bestie. Oh, this is where the Sorry, that was loud.
They're here.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
God, he's so hot. Wow, what a man. That's not gonna hold it, bestie.
Three, two, one.
Oh my god, that was attractive.
Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Oh my gosh. Ah, they're both so attractive!
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry. People ship those two? What? I ship myself with them.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler,
Yes, Princess.
I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Yeah, control the fucking primordial seeds. I guess we're gonna go protect the lady of the kingdom.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
You're gonna be
Are you
hooked.
two the traveler in Paimon?
Yes.
Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I will do my best. She and my chocolate said that this is the tasty one. I remember the days of having siblings and hiding my food from them. Literally. Even my brother would buy soda, hide it under his bed, and would only take like one can out to like put it in the fridge to get it cold. And because I knew this, I would like sneak a can out.
So you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
No, because you're a scared
It is
cat.
my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler.
Oh my god.
I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
A, the jewels on her chest, I don't know, they remind me of like spider eyes. B, why is there X's in her eyes? C, mommy dommy vibes. D, I'm imagining things. Okay, we're gonna go. So this is a knave, the head of the House of Hearth, and the Linny siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with.
I've
Push
already
it to me.
prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Because she is
Perhaps
one.
you two are
Duh.
unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here.
Oh.
Why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Oh, I don't know. Are they poisons? She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her. Of course, she's a harbinger.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was
Gosh.
on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Okay, A. Her voice. I'm feeling flustered. B. Child talks about us? Oh my god! Does that mean we're official? Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah. Farina looks quite nervous. This must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
So you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you.
Yeah, because you don't fuck around when there's a dragon. Even if a dragon does fuck Child.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
I forgot. It's not on
I
autoplay.
thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
You're literally a fucking god.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Ooh, I love her hair tie.
And just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
Paimon, shut it.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there's also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
There's good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately
technically a
unavailable,
god.
I picked it up on his behalf.
Sorry,
Do you
I did
have
not pay
any
attention
idea
to your
how
previous
he
comment.
usually
Hold on.
writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good to me, yes?
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written
I mean,
or
technically
how
a
it's
god,
worded.
but she is a god. I mean, as a what?
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Is water...
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh?
Why you gotta talk with a growl in your voice? Stop it!
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Ooh. Nervalet, come on!
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
He's a dragon.
Wow.
He's got... Oh!
So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about
Sorry.
right.
Sorry, I can't. Hey, yo. You got it, babe!
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race.
Oh my god.
A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. The sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
God. This game should, instead of be called Genshin Impact...
Alright.
Hey, okay. Hold
Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Instead of being called a Genshin Impact, it should be like Kaylee fucking Sims for everyone.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give?
Tea?
Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Oh, nervous.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, he's so pretty. I'm still sticking with my whole, like, plan of, only, you know, pulling for the Archons until I get all of them.
I must say, we've spent
So,
long enough
I'm gonna have
playing
some.
house. Miss
Okay,
Farina,
bitch.
as
Sorry.
the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
Wow. I mean, the way she says it, like, sort of reminds me of what's happening now. You know, government Is blowing all of our money on things. Blowing up people? No. And you know, the people are...
The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you, it beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
But I'm wondering if she can't.
You're
like, that's
wrong.
her sentence.
I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath
I think we should interject!
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
Traveler
will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Furina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusation. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front.
Then I ask you, Miss Furina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
So was that all lie, or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated like a popped balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes.
Oh, okay.
Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
Evacuating her people.
Emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Furina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
Yep, sorry, I'm the TikTok trend.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Furina.
I just realized she has the fire one.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuvilette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Furina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Furina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Neverlet's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the searching Primordial Sea, but can he really deal with it all by himself? And is Farina being truthful?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Praise? I mean, yeah.
You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
The knave proceeds to change his topic and brings up a number of less significant matters. Well, ah!
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
I'm like, should I tell them I don't like tea? I'm like, I am a tea
You're welcome.
hater now.
I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
So it's clear the knave
End it here.
hates
Mind
the
seeing
gods.
me off, Traveler.
Which, I mean...
We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Which sort of makes sense because, I mean, obviously all the Fatui are stealing, you know, the god's gnosis.
Paimon's coming too!
Farina, what the fuck?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Okay. Oh my god. Any books for me to steal? Nah. Okay. Where's her castle at? Does she live here? I mean, I'm not saying it's a shit place to live. It looks nice, but this is the, you know, the courthouse. Come on, I never looked at it. Like, person. Hold on. I want to go up to Nervalet's. I can't climb? I wanted to go up to Nervalet's chair. That's disappointing. Okay. Let's go. It's about power. It's about drive. You stay hungry, you devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Yes, I am singing the Rock Johnson's song. You actually... What? Okay, we'll do that later. But first, continue with the story quest.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. Do I look like an irresponsible father to you?
Oh my god,
The
sorry.
House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
She's giving off, oh, what's his name? I forgot his name, from Game of Thrones, where he calls the children his birds.
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
What about bedroom talk in bedroom settings?
I know you just returned from the fortress of Millipede. relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
We still have to find Child.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them. Especially Linny.
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meropide.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Hey, celebrities are working?
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
Ooh, I really like that outfit. Oh my goodness. Oh.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter.
Those are not
easy,
gloves.
It's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the
She
hook,
doesn't have the Gnosis?
bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydrognosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Wait, I forgot she has a twin. Fuck. So I'm assuming maybe... Because I heard stories that the Hydra Archon were twins. Apparently. That's what I've heard. That could be wrong. But that would make sense if her twin was the actual quote-unquote God Archon holding the Gnosis. And she was the figurehead. Literally, it's called... There's a Shadow Puppet King? Or a Puppet King? Technically twins, I guess. So, if she is a quote-unquote puppet, like, you know, the Raiden's harboring herself in her puppet.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning.
No, don't spoil.
I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
Oh yeah, because...
Not long after,
why was
my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meropide. Master... Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridsley.
Ridsley?
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Eudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
Have you met a certain bard? His name is Venti.
Of course. That is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course.
I would be fully
I have a
committed
feeling that the
to
situation will
being a
continue
girlfriend.
to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Never that.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you
Permission
some
granted.
questions? You have enough power to force back the Primordial Sea. Does this mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
Not really. It was on the names.
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did he sense in the Fortress of Meripede? Did he manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Oh, I'm supposed to be talking. Oh, thinking back to the legend, what Ferme said, it said that a dragon water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out. Wait, never let you can't
You
be.
may be closer to the truth than you think.
Did you not... Did the traveler not know that?
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon souvenir of water.
The
Sovereign,
dragon,
not souvenir.
What? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
He also has thigh-high boots! Oh my god.
Farina?
Neverlet, are you listening?
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water,
Yeah,
right?
oh my god, Paimon.
Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Deal!
Right, of course.
If
We'll
you
help
transform into a dragon in front of us. And we get to ride your back.
There's still something
Always wanted to be a dragon rider.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea
We looking
from
at
the
Romeo?
fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just
baby
use
boy.
your power to solve the crisis?
None
sounds
of
like
the
a temporary
currently living
fix.
dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon
Not
sovereign
gonna
of
lie,
water
if I was a
lived through
dragon,
that
I'd be
era perished
pissed.
a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so
Okay,
even
I mean-
you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Not gonna lie.
Please go right ahead.
I'd be
There's a place
pissed
that
as a
Paimon
dragon.
wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
See you later,
We'll
Nervalet.
see you another time.
Take care.
Romeo, can you just sit? Can you just sit down, please, 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 please? Return to the prison. Okay. Oh. You really gonna lay like that? I'm gonna have to keep my hand up. Return to the prison to learn more about everyone's situation. I thought the prison was down here. Oh, okay. You're adorable. Meow. Meow. But yeah, if I was a dragon, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, bitch, you're gonna steal my motherfucking power to give it to some human so they can be a god? Nah! What is it, Romeo?
Now
What is
guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
A bear
Well, look who it is.
Let me pick at your fur.
Paimon.
Sorry, I feel like a...
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering
I'm
nicely
trying to,
from
like,
an A.
get the tangle
Thanks
out.
to everyone's support. Oh,
The homie
right.
won't let me get the tangle out.
I managed to
Come
work
on,
up
I
the
just gotta
courage
pick at
to
it.
thank Miss Clarant in person.
And then we don't have to get the dreaded
Whoa, how did she react?
brush.
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all.
Oh, you're so cute.
She also
yeah.
told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress
Is
you
this
out.
what you want?
That's all. She's right.
He's like,
and it's
I
best
know.
not to dwell on it.
Retreat!
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met
Father?
Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little
Her
surprising.
attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
When he's like, that's good. Yeah,
should
we
believe
can
her.
marry you now.
She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Oh.
Got it.
Pi was like,
That does sound
let
like
me tell
something
you.
my father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, we still have to serve the rest of our sentence.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
Go.
For real?
Jesus
Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Okay. We should probably go thank those two people that wanted to help us. Look at us fly. Woo! Thank the nice people who wanted to warn us.
You guys are back?
Yeah.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
I mean, technically we left.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the Karens. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Hey, there's nothing
We
wrong
weren't
with
gone
worrying
for
about
that
your prison
long.
pals. Is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I'm sure the well-fueled meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently. Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the
Oh,
cafeteria.
well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Wow. Does that sound like a threat? Oh, excuse me, excuse me.
Sejuin!
Traveler, Paimon, you're back! Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're both doing
We're
great.
fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
A few people
Wait,
sustained superficial injuries.
I thought I heard gunshots.
Monsieur Nervillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to oh, of course. We must... Oh, how did Nervillette...
Yep.
Monsieur Nervillette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know.
Oh, how sweet. But like, since we heard her inner monologue, I'm like, she's a bit shady. She's a bit shady. Alright, Nervillette, not Nervillette. Worsley. Risley. Risley. Lover. We're coming in. Oh. Ugh. I don't want to talk to you. I want my husband. My new one. Okay, fine. I'll talk to them.
Courier?
Yeah, I was...
Yeah, I don't
That's
care.
no excuse for...
You're Lurvine, we're back.
Hello there. It's been quite...
And you?
Yep.
It can be.
I mean, the
Oh, yeah?
I don't care.
Not at all!
100%. I want to be in there. Oh, now we're gonna talk to her husband! Coming, my dear. La 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 la. I'm tired. Did you make me cake, hubby?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Does this mean our sentence are going to be
How the
extended?
fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Nervillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Eudex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's going to work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sejuin's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Clorand has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sejuin.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Nervillette got the milkshake. Clorand received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Nervillette's own fault for making Sejuin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Ooh, is it a ring?
Nope, they're from yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
I thought we were only supposed to be here for 2 months. I'm assuming a month, as I said, I'm assuming a month has passed.
You may access the cafeteria for free. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
I mean, I know we're a fake prisoner, but you seem pretty lax high.
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
God, we look beautiful together. Okay. Anyway. Have to take the elevator back up. Meow, meow. Wow, it's easy playing as with Mona. Could just get around so speedy fast. Ooh, sparkles, 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 sparkles. Wow, she's got a nice butt.
We're back in our cell again.
Woo!
We're no longer prisoners, though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Feels like a huge weight is off our shoulders. It feels like we were getting our...
Being free sure feels pretty special now.
Prima, is there something you'd like to say?
How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true. All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all. It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
We're the best adventurers ever!
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Okay.
Just
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Paimon kitty. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too.
Stop! You made me yawn, Paimon.
Outside our cell.
Like I'm already starting to approach my nap time.
That was so scary. We should be safe now, right?
Well, someone could like shiv us in our sleep, but yeah, we'll be fine. So don't worry, Paimon.
Alright then. Good night to you, traveler.
Good night to you, Paimon. Are we gonna have another dream about child? Ah, look at us. Yeah, we are. He's so beautiful. Sorry. No, sorry. Whoa. Da da da. Oh. We still have a few more to go. I think I have all for Wind, all for Geo, all of them for Electro, and I think I was halfway with Dendro, I think. No, I can't do anything. Profile. Sir, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. This is a dried glaze lily that came into bloom on the day of your birth. Long ago, the people of Liyue would say that this flower blooms bearing the weight of the beautiful memories and prayers of the land.
Aww.
I believe this to have applied on the day you were born as well.
Aww. You're so sweet. Okay, sorry. Wait, hold on. This thing is still showing. Oh, what? Where? How long is that? It's pretty long. I'm gonna listen to that in my own time. We don't want to look at my artifacts. I'm not an artifact girly.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires.
Kazuha. So, let me stand on the table. Thank you. Ah! Okay. Hold on. Once you reach adventure rank 40, you can quick challenge log turn-ins to remain to your adventure handbook and single. Oh. That's gonna be nifty. Woo! A few more stuff I gotta claim. Achievements. Learn the history and secrets of the Fortress of Meripede. Learn of Neverleft's true identity. Bitch, we knew that. Complete Catalysm Quickening. Is that it? It is. So, hold on. I only briefly saw... What was... Oh, Ioto. And Sino. Goddamn bitch. The last times I tried pulling for him, he did not come home. But as I said, we are not doing this because I'm wanting to first get the Archons. And then from there on, I'm going to have to, like, basically make a list of who I... As a free-to-play character... Fuck. As a free-to-play player... which I think I'm sticking to that with Genshin Impact. At least this account. Maybe in the future, once, I don't know when that would be, but like once the storyline would be completed, I would replay it, but play it as like, you know, the brother, and maybe I'd spend money then. But for now, I think I'm going to stick to being a free-to-play player. Obviously, if someone decides to buy me, no. Jokes. Anyway, so yeah. I'm just going to stick with, what is that? I'm like, I don't got money, sis. Who owns Bennett and Lisa? But that'll change tomorrow. Delete that. There's another thing. What's highlighted? Oh. I forgot about these. But I'm not gonna play them until I finish, wait. Claim. Oh, I can't claim. Didn't they? Maybe, I don't know, or maybe that was someone else. I thought that they were going to update to where, like, you can unlock the character quest, but you wouldn't start them. Maybe that was just someone suggesting that. I don't know. Either way, I will in the live stream there. The next time
to become a wanderer.
Let's see. Wrong thing. Nope. Next time I'm gonna play would be for this one, and it seems typically each act is like 2 hours long. So I'll like. Ooh, I'm stretching. Hold on. So I'll try to finish all this act in one live stream. Will it work? I don't know. I'll just try not to get distracted as much, because a lot of times I pause things and talk. Yeah. The next time I'm live streaming will obviously be this Tuesday. It's coming up Tuesday. I can no longer live stream on Saturdays because who I live with officially doesn't work on Saturdays, so I'm gonna need to change that on my YouTube channel. So now the only available days of me live streaming
Wherever
are
in this world I roam,
Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. But
displayed. It is the last link I have to the
I was
land
planning
of my
on
birth.
Thursdays being my writing days and Saturdays being my relaxed days, but since I will no longer be by myself on Saturdays, I may have my Saturdays be my like main writing days. I don't know. We'll see. But Tuesday will forever still be, you know, the main streaming day. So yeah. I'm gonna end it there. I really enjoyed this live stream. I missed playing Genshin Impact. I would like to say I need to find more time to play Genshin Impact, but as I said, my main focus is my book, and that will always come first. It sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, but like I really like, you know, playing Genshin Impact, and I do enjoy playing video games, but I feel like if I have spare time, I should be writing. I don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next live stream, which will be next Tuesday, most likely. Yeah, I'll see you then. Have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye.